So hello guys, how are you? I hope that you will be fine. I had received an assignment about Lahore resolution. I was searching on internet about the content, and I got the content, but it was misorderly placed. Some content I had to took out from one website, and for other content I have to go to another website, and by doing so lots of my time was waste. So now I had decided that after completing my assignment, I'm thinking why not put it in a video and send it to YouTube. So if anyone in future wants to write an assignment about Lahore resolution, he could easily see my assignment. So let's start. And the first page of my assignment is this. I hope you guys can see it. So what I have written on it is assignment number 2, and first there is the background. Oh, wait a second, I will make it more better by showing you the table of content. What we will discuss in this assignment. This is the table of content I have right in here. So you could see the table of content, how I have wrote it. First I have given the main heading, Lahore Resolution 1940, and then the introduction. It's in Lahore Resolution as a whole assignment. Then first the introduction, second background, third objective, fourth event of resolution. Now here we have to focus that events of resolution has subheadings. These black these lines written with black pointer are the subheadings of events of resolution. And after that I have the fifth heading, the main heading, that the presentation address by the Muslim leaders. That address goes on, that address also has 5 subheadings. Then comes the resolution, and then the controversies related to the Lahore resolution. And 8 I have impact on the Muslim of India, the resolution of India, what the impact the resolution of Lahore had on the Indian Muslims, reaction of Hindus and other leaders. That will include Gandhi response, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Nehru response, and media reaction of Hindu press, especially the Hindu media. And conclusion. Now I have to rectify something, that in this heading number 9, that the subheadings Gandhi response, Nehru response, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, I'm not sure that these responses are correct or these responses were given by them, because I searched in the internet and I didn't get much thing about it. I have studied I also wanted to I also got some PDFs and wanted to see the want to see the statements of Hindu leaders on Lahore resolution, but I couldn't find anything. So these are my assumptions. So if you want to write it, then it's okay. If you don't want to write it, then just skip heading number 9. So we will go next, and I will show you how I have written it. This is the assignment number 2. First I have to show you the introduction. That's the important thing, introduction. Where did I have put it? So here guys, here's the introduction, Lahore Resolution 1940, the assignment name, the introduction, and the official statement of it, Lahore Resolution. So before starting with the background, your introduction should come before your background. It will I think give you an extra points in your assignment. And then now moving onwards, sorry for my improfessionalism. I am doing this video for the first time, so sorry for any inconvenience. And now starts with our assignment. You are looking at assignment number 2, assigned to me. And first I have wrote the question and then the background of the whole resolution. I hope that you can find it clearly. Do tell me in the comments if you can see it clearly or not. And then now moving on to the next page. In the background, that was the background, and now the whole story with the background, that why did Muslims wanted a separate homeland. They didn't include the Vidya Mandir scheme led by Hindus. The Shuddhi movement wanted to make Muslim non-Muslims, wanted to convert the Muslims to Hindus, and now and so on. And the second page is what the Qaid-e-Azam in his address said to Muslims and about the government of India. The general elections held in India in 1938, I guess, and Congress won the election and formed a major coalition government, formed major governments in most states of India, and that was a very dark time for Muslims. They were forced to sing Vande Mataram in schools, and the culture of Muslim was being eradicated by these by the Hindu leaders of Congress. Now moving on to the next page, it's a major heading, Events of Lahore. You can find it in the content of tables. It will contain Events of Lahore. It will talk about the crackdown on Khaksar workers. You can check out on internet more about Khaksar workers and events related to the Lahore resolution. Now moving on to the next page. Please just wait a second. So this is our next page of events related to Lahore resolution, and it is now in this page I talk about the arrival of Qaid-e-Azam, guide address at AMIL session and the subject committee meeting, and then on to the next page, which is very important, the presentation address of Muslim leaders. Now this is the very important point. We have to focus on it. We have to address of Qaid-e-Azam at Lahore resolution was very important, and as you can see it, we have to write it whole, the whole, in order to make your assignment more worthy of gaining more points or scores. We have to write the whole Qaid-e-Azam address. Now moving on to the second page. This also includes the presentation address of Qaid. You can see it, I have written it with the bold marker so it will become more prominent, and I have also highlighted some important points with in different marker, black marker, Vidya Mandir, Nagpur and essay test. So moving on to the next page. This is still you can see that I have divided the Qaid's address into different points, 4th, 5th, 6th. This is the whole Qaid. Speech at resolution of Lahore. I have skipped some parts, but it will give us but if you write even this, you could get good marks. Now moving on to our second, I don't know, it's 5th or 3rd or 4th, but you can understand it. Allama Iqbal address. This is very important. Although it didn't happen in 1940, but Iqbal address was the basis for Muslim separate homeland idea. This address of Iqbal was given in 1930 in Allahabad, and you can see it. I have not mentioned it in detail, but some parts of it, because this is not so much relevant to 1940, but we have to write it at a reference. Now moving on to the second page of this sheet, address of other Muslim leaders. Now this is the very important, but you can see, but when you find but the one main problem with this is when I search the internet and the PDF of different files, I didn't what can I say, I didn't find the speeches of other Muslim leaders, so I write about their lives in this just because it is in the assignment to write about the address of other Muslims, so I have to write it something in it. So I just have written some Muslim leaders and their life and their involvement in the resolution of Lahore. Now, next coming to the next page of this sheet, the resolution, and this is the important point because it talks all about resolution. You can read it very clearly that it talks about the whole resolution of Lahore. I hope you can see it clearly. Now moving on to the next page and the last page of this slide. You can see it and here's and now start the controversies. These are the controversies that were related to what or made by Hindu who's in order to misguide the Muslims. So you can read also about it in order to make your assignment more interesting. So we are coming close to the end of this assignment, and now you can see my assignment. It talks about the impact on Muslim of India. It talks about the impact of this resolution on Muslim of India. And this is important, because after all, the whole resolution was for Muslims and their independence and their liberation from the Hindu tyrannic rule. And coming to the next page, I hope you guys can see it clearly. Reaction of Hindus and leaders, Gandhi response, Nehru response, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel response. And next third page of this sheet, reaction of Hindu press. And you know that India has a Gaudiya media and they always portray Muslims and Pakistanis as evil, and this is not a new thing for them. They are doing this for quite some time, and the media of India was not really much changed since 1990. It's in 1900, and it was same in 1947. And pre-partition media was also like this Gaudiya media, and it also react toward resolution of Lahore in a negative sense. Instead of thinking why Muslim was demanding for a separate homeland from Hindus, they started question about Muslims Muslim loyalty to India, and they were calling Muslim as anti-nationals. And so moving on to the next sheet of this slide, and this is the last sheet. You can clearly see it. Do tell me, do you find it do you find the words in this sheet clear or not? And this is the last sheet of our assignment and last page of it. So hope you guys find it useful when you write about the assignments, and this will give you audio structure of the assignment as well. And I hope that when you want to write assignment on Lahore resolution, this assignment will help you. Thanks for watching.